Oh, tell me, are you prepared for this journey? Are you? The journey is indeed great. Yes, it's indeed a great one. Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. On today's episode of 10 Steps to Bible Victory, I'm speaking about the word preparation. Now, what is preparation? Preparation simply means the process of making something ready for use. Getting ready to carry out a duty. Getting ready to carry out an assignment. And we'll be looking at the book of Matthew 25 verse 1. And there we'll see the story of the 10 virgins. And I'm very sure you're familiar with that story. Yeah, I'm very sure you're familiar with that. 10 ladies were waiting for their bridegroom. They were waiting. 5 out of the 10 of them had extra oil. But the remaining 5, they had none. And then the night fell. And the ones that didn't hold extra oil were left with no oil. And their lamps went off. But the ones that had extra, when their lamps went off, they had enough. They had enough to put on their lamp back. And then the remaining 5 that didn't have any oil went in search of oil. But when they came back, they found out that the remaining 5 has gone in with the bridegroom. And when they knocked at the door, the bridegroom said, "I don't know you. Go away. I don't know you." Now I ask you this question again. For the great assignments that God has given you, how prepared are you? See, preparation is one thing that we cannot escape in this life. So we can't escape preparation. 100% of what we do, they go through processes. And that process is called preparation. If you look closely at the story of the 10 virgins, just 5 out of the 10 were prepared. The remaining 5 were not prepared, and it was very, very obvious. Because they knew they were expecting a guest, but the 10 of them knew they were expecting a guest, but they didn't know when he was going to come. They only know that they were waiting for a guest. But only 5 was wise enough to take extra oil. It was that none of them knew when the guest was going to come. But only 5 out of the 10 understood preparation timing. In anything you want to do, you need to know that it has to undergo preparation. I'll give you an example. You can't eat a raw foodstuff. You can't just get foodstuff from or maybe you just get, let me use the word, raw rice from the market. Let me use raw rice. You just get raw rice from the market and then you just pour it into your bowl or plate, and then you get a spoon and start eating it. People will say, "This one I've gone mad." But the moment you start the preparation process, you start getting the food ready. You prepare the food, put it in a pot, do the usual process you need to do. That food is already undergoing process. It's already undergoing preparation process. When you're not prepared to do something, it is very, very obvious. Because why? There's always an error. There will be a sign. There will be a mark that you will see. The people will see and know that this one is not prepared. And God knows when you are prepared. He doesn't just give you an assignment. He sits and watches and see if you understand preparation timing. You being a child of God, it is very, very important that you are always prepared. You are always charged up and you are prepared. You know that, no, I cannot sleep on this. I can't sleep on this. Unless you want the devil to take an advantage of you, to take an advantage of your foolishness. Because as a child of God, you are meant to know that at every given time, you are supposed to be prepared. You're supposed to be prepared. I'll give you another example. You want to sit for an exam and you've not opened your books in weeks, in months, and you want to sit for that exam. Even you yourself, you will know that you will be so tense that no, I'm not prepared. I did not prepare for this exam. I did not prepare for this exam. There is no way I can pass. There is no way. There will be this fear in you that I'm not prepared. I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can do this. But the moment you have sat down and you are prepared, you've read your book. You can boldly stroll into the exam hall and you get your pen and write that exam. without any fear or doubt. Because you know why? You have been prepared. You've prepared ahead of that day. You prepared for that exam. And that's why you can boldly go into the exam hall and write that exam. The devil knows when a child of God is not prepared. I mean, what's his assignment? To steal, to kill, and destroy. So what do you expect? He's always waiting and watching for that opportunity where you will just shift a bit and he will come and bring his own instruments to distract you from that assignment. The devil is wise. I always say this word. The devil is very, very wise. And as a child of God, you need to be wise. You need to be wise spiritually. I tell you, this journey is a race. Yes, we are running a race. But the truth is, not everyone will get to the finish line. Why? Because amongst those ones running the race, there are some inside of them, some people inside of them that are not prepared for the race. Because when they are not prepared, they will get tired of the race. But someone that wants to get a set goal, someone that has a goal, knows that he is meant to be determined. I mean, you will have this determination inside of you that, yes, I want to get to the finish line of this journey. And you prepare. You prepare for the journey. But if you just know you are going for a race and then you start sleeping, you start eating, I mean, your body cannot carry the race, you are just there, and then the time for race comes and you are like on your mat, get set, go, and then you start running. Trust me, you will get tired. Even before you get to the middle of the race, you will get tired. Why? You did not prepare. God, preparation. I want you to be determined that I want to get to the finish line of this race. It is not by mouth though. I will tell you the truth. It is not by mouth. But it determines on how prepared you can go, how prepared you can be for this journey. This journey is not something to joke with. You can't sleep over it. If you sleep over it, the devil will mess you up. You will get tired. The devil will feed you. He will feed you up. He will fill you up. And you will find out that you are drawing your leg on the floor. You are drawing your leg on the floor. Why? You are not prepared. A soldier that is going for a battle, he knows that he's supposed to prepare for that battle, right? Yes. He's not supposed to prepare for that battle because he knows that anything can happen and he's prepared. He has the mindset that I am going for a battle. I am going on a journey and I know that anything can happen in this journey. And a child of God should know that whenever you are sleeping, whenever you are awake, meant to be fired up spiritually. You are meant to be prepared spiritually because you know the time that the devil will come and attack. I'm not saying that the devil is going to attack anybody, but that is just the fact. It is just the truth. How can you be active spiritually? 1, by giving yourself to prayers. Consistent prayer. I mean praying consistently. 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 17 says, pray without ceasing. Egbadura. Pray without ceasing. Pray without ceasing. A day should not go by. An hour should not go by. A minute should not go by that you will not pray. It is not until you start shouting that you know that you are praying. Just a little word of prayer with your father. Your father in heaven knows that my child is communicating with me. You are having that communication with God. You are always praying. It becomes a lifestyle. Prayer becomes your lifestyle. You are consistent. When it is needed and when it is not, you know that as a child of God, you are meant to pray at every given time. Pray without ceasing. You need to be prepared. I don't know who I'm speaking to, but I want to tell you that it is time. If you have not been prepared, if maybe you've been joking around with this, your assignments that God has given you, just doing it anyhow, you need to go back and prepare. You need to go back to God and tell Him to help you in this your preparation, because you need to be prepared. If you want to win, if you want to get to the finish line, you need to be prepared. Another thing is that you and I, we don't know the time or day that Christ will come. Truth be told, we don't know. We don't know. We have been hearing Jesus is coming soon. Jesus is coming soon. You hear it in church. You hear it everywhere you go. Jesus is coming soon. Jesus is coming soon. But you don't know the time. You don't know the day. Just as the 10 virgins did not know when the bridegroom was going to come. They knew he was going to come. We know that Jesus is going to come one day. But we don't know when. We don't know when. It is time for you to prepare now for the coming of Christ. And how do you prepare? If you know that you need to give your life to Christ, it is now. Do it. And after you have given your life to Christ, you ask him to help you to live a holy life. Living a life where pleasing to God. And then you start preparing yourself for the coming of Christ. You prepare yourself for the coming of Christ. Gain salvation. Gain Christ. Gain holiness. And live a life where pleasing to God. What did I say? Gain salvation. Gain Christ. Gain holiness. And live a life where pleasing to God. It is very, very important that you give your life to Christ now. It is very important. You know the time. You know the day. You just know that Jesus is coming one day. But you don't know the day. You don't know the time. You don't know the hour. You don't know the minutes. You don't know anything about it. My dear teenagers, it is time for you to prepare for the coming of Christ. And also, it is time for you to prepare for that assignment that God is going to be placing in your hands. If you want to finish well, you need to prepare to start well. And then prepare for the journey ahead. Because journey is a great one. Tell yourself, I, Victory Oberogo, I am determined. I am determined to be prepared. I am determined to prepare myself for the coming of Christ, one, and prepare myself for the assignments that God has placed in my hands. It may not look like it now that, oh, maybe the time have not come to prepare. But I tell you, the time has come for you to prepare for that journey. And as you prepare, do not do it without Christ. Make sure God is in that boat with you. I tell you something, it is not going to be a very smooth journey, bed of roses and all. No, it is not a smooth journey, I tell you. You will undergo some ups and downs. Even our Lord Jesus Christ went through trials. You will go through a lot, but it's just for you to have that determination inside of you that, oh, I have prepared ahead for this. I know I am ready for whatever is going to come out of it. Because I know heaven is the goal. My dear, wonderful, beautiful, handsome teenagers, heaven is the goal. Keep loving Jesus, keep seeking him, and together we will all make Christ proud. I love you guys so much. Thank you for always subscribing to my YouTube channel. Please keep engaging. Keep engaging in my videos. And tell people, tell teenagers that there's something wonderful that God is doing in this channel. And I know that as you do so, God will bless you. See you again next week. God bless you.